matters to them and the value of the shilling in their pocket?
You're asking a question that is so obvious. When inflation is down, then it means it's possible to afford. There is stability in the economy, and Kenyans can procure goods and services with no much challenges.
But the data says otherwise.
Remember at 9%, what the previous administration was doing, subsidizing the purchase of flour.
It's not the question of comparison, Senator Honorable Sosseion.
Yes.
I'm asking
it
you.
It is good to compare. You see the problem.
Based on what you said is why I'm holding you to account. And I'm holding you to accountable, Sosseion. Let's have some order, because I ask you the question, I give you the time to respond, and within the given time, and within the given time, so that we also embark on the other activities that we have of the show. The argument that you said is that inflation is down. Yes, I take your point, but I have to hold you to account, because maize flour, fortified maize flour loose, tomatoes, maize flour grain, sugar, beans, cabbages, onions, sukuma wiki are all on the rise. If then inflation is down, why is this on the rise, and how will Kenyans afford these very basic commodities that they need in their households every day?
It doesn't mean the prices of goods and commodities remain 100% static. There is fluctuation, but those fluctuations are within a range that is manageable in terms of pure statistics. And if you interrogate the production and supply and availability, it speaks to 2% very consistently. That is, if you were to check. Those are facts. And let me state very clearly, the fixing of the macroeconomic aspect of the economy to stabilize is not a switch on and switch off event. It is a process that involves a lot of calibration of policies and issues, which the president has ably done. We've gotten the country out of the debt distress, and we're able to do many things.
And you still borrowed more?
Yes. Borrowing is part of the activities of...
Why then...
Can I... Borrowing is part of the game. It's part of the eating.
Right.
No.
That's where the cake is eaten.
Of course, you borrow to bridge the deficit of the budget. Look at the budget is at 3.9 trillion.
The point is,
and what can be raised from the economy is 2.4 trillion. Where will you bridge the other deficit to finance the budget?
Let me put it this way.
Borrow prudently, but borrow within procedure.
And to finance
the deficit so that services are delivered. Okay. That is an economic fact.
Why then did you borrow? Why did you borrow more than the administration that you had castigated for embarking on a begging bowl culture?
The problem,
not generalization, it's a question. You campaign on a platform that you will borrow less than the other government. You criticize the Kenyatta administration of borrowing more.
If you look at Kenyatta administration, Moi left the country with domestic debts of 650 billion. Kibaki borrowed and left the country with a debt of 1.7 trillion at that time. Uhuru Kenyatta in 10 years borrowed up to close to 10 trillion.
And you borrowed more than Uhuru in your first financial year.
First financial year.
It could not be accounted.
And you borrowed
first financial year.
It could not be accounted.
And why did you borrow more than Kenyatta in your first financial year?
And I've said here, the country has been extricated from debt distress.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
One final question.
We are defaulting.
On you again.
We are already defaulting.
However much you look for a lens to look for economic mistakes.
I know. I don't understand where we are.
However much you look for a lens to look for economic mistakes, you are not going to find.
I'm asking you then again.
The fact is,
why did you borrow more than Kenyatta in your first financial year?
Let me finish my other statement rather than interrogating me.
I expect you to answer my question, because you are embarking on lovely diversions. Why did you borrow more than Kenyatta did in your first financial year?
How was the economy operating?
Why did you borrow is the question.
The witness has no answer.
You go and get the answer from the Treasury. I'm not here to speak on behalf of the Treasury.
Well, I'll give you the statistics. All right. Let me just give you the statistics. Okay, allow me then to give you the statistics, because in your first financial year, the first 9 months of 2023-24, external debt borrowing 506.9 billion, domestic debt borrowing 603 billion. Similar period 2022-23, when the Kenyatta administration left power, external borrowing 235.4 billion Kenya shillings, domestic borrowing 396.3 billion Kenya shillings. This is what the control of budget says. Why did you borrow more than the Kenyatta administration in your first financial year?
Now, when the president took over the economy, there were huge debts and huge gaps. And if borrowing was executed to meet gaps in the budget and is done properly and within law, then it is proper.
So you lied to the Kenyan people, pledging that and borrowing.
That is part of the wider calibration of the macroeconomic aspect of the economy to stabilize the economy, which has been achieved. Now, the next that will fall in place, Ayub, because I also want to...
It's an accountability. You have made your point.
Yes, Ayub, thank you.
Yes.